Hello, today I'm going to show you how to make Google Forms into a quiz. So you're going to click on the waffle right here and click Forms from here. Then you're going to add a new form. And the first thing you're going to want to do is go to the setup or the settings right here and make it a quiz. So you just move that toggle to make a quiz. I like to let my students know their score immediately after submission. If you would like to do it later, let's say there's a short answer that you need to answer first, you can just click later and then you can let them know the score when you're ready. And you can also change these settings. What do you want your students to see? The questions they missed, the correct answers, or the point values. So I like to let my students see them all and save that. The next thing you want to do in settings is also make sure that you collect email addresses, so that will not be clicked normally. You want to have that clicked. Make sure you're collecting email addresses from everybody in case a student forgets to write their name or they write their name incorrectly, you can't figure out who it is, you'll have their email address. And you also want to limit to one response, otherwise they can keep retaking the test. Respondents can edit after submit. I do not allow that, and see summary charts and text responses. So those are the settings I like to have. Under presentation, you can shuffle the question order if you'd like them to see the test at different tests, or the same questions just in a different order, or progress bar if your test is multiple pages long. Then you're just going to choose your test name. Title your form, and then give brief directions here. Okay. I'm just going to do a quick sample question to show you. When you're doing questions, you can do multiple choice, short answer, paragraph, check boxes. So that would be if there's more than one answer, those are easier. You could also do that with multiple choice. Drop down, which would be if you have like a fill in the blank, if you want to just have this as the word bank, you could do that. All right, so multiple choice. Alright, so this is the part that you cannot forget to do. You want to make sure that you put in your answer key how many points you want that question to be worth. So if you're doing a question out of 10, if you're doing 10 points a question, then you want to do 10 questions and make it 100 points. That makes it easier for the students to figure out their score. If you don't really want them to know their score, you can just make it 1 point each, and let's say there's 15 questions. Then if they see their score is 10 out of 15 at the end, they might feel better about it as opposed to seeing a 67. So I'm going to make this 1 point and choose the answer, and you know that answer is chosen because it's green and there's a check mark next to it, and then you can go back to the question. You can view this little eyeball lets you view it from the student's perspective. And there's a couple things I missed here. I want to go back and add a name spot, and I want to go back and make this a mandatory question so they can't submit the form without it being done. I'm going to go back here, and there's a toggle right here that says required. I'm making that a required question. And now I'm going to also add a spot for them to write their name, and I'm going to make it a short answer. And I'm also going to make that required. So that then as you're doing it, you can just keep adding. If you're gonna keep doing multiple choice ones, you can just duplicate the question like this, and it will duplicate the points and answers. So you're still gonna have to go back and change your answer. And if you want to change the theme, The background, you can make it all sorts of things. They have all different kinds of things that you could choose. And it will change everything. You can also change the font. And then again, go back and see what the student's view is. All right, so now there's a name, and that red star means it's required. And once they fill it in, submit, view score, then this is what they would see. They got 1 out of 1 point, their name, and they got that one question right. When you're done on your view, after everyone's taken it, you can go to the response window and see, okay, this person took it, that was their score, this is the time that they took it, that's their name, and you can see it as a summary question by question or individual. Alrighty, that's it.